Welcome to the next installment of our Muslim inclusion tips series as we are counting down to the start of Ramadan. We are on day 44. If we haven't met yet, hi! My name is Rahimeh, this is who I am and what I do. Today's tip addresses something that is a little bit awkward for Muslims and folks to talk about, and that is during the month of Ramadan or any Muslims in your life that are fasting outside of Ramadan, because Muslims will fast many times outside of the month of Ramadan. Muslims do believe, and Islam tells us, that fasting at other times is also very good to do, is that a fasting Muslim very likely has pretty bad breath. This is because of the very obvious reason that many Muslims who are fasting aren't able to brush their teeth because there is a risk that they might swallow some of the toothpaste or some of the water, and that would break their fast. So they are not brushing their teeth during the month of Ramadan or while they're fasting during daylight hours, or again in fasting times outside of the month of Ramadan, which then very obviously can contribute to them having pretty bad smelling breath. I couch this in most Muslims, some Muslims, because of course Muslims are not a monolith, and I do know Muslims who believe, and the fiqh, the rulings that they follow from Islamic scholars, say that they are able to brush their teeth, sometimes with water only, as long as they're really careful not to swallow the water. Some of them just with a dry brush, and on, but also something that will wash someone's mouth out and the saliva and just keep things moving around in there is eating and drinking water, not just brushing your teeth during the day. So none of that is happening while a Muslim is fasting during the month of Ramadan. So this can create this situation. Believe me, the Muslims that are around you are aware, and normally Muslims try very, very hard, or we should be trying very hard according to our religious practices, to keep ourselves clean and not bother each other. It is actually a part of Islam to not bother other people with our lack of personal hygiene. But in this instance, there isn't much that we can do to avoid this. And so it's just something for you to know that if this is the time that you are around Muslims, or maybe this is the first time you're meeting someone and you notice that they have bad breath, please just give them some grace and some compassion that this is part of the whole experience of the month, and they are probably not loving the fact that they are making you uncomfortable, and they might be able to smell their own breath, and it's not super comfortable for us either. But thank you so much for your grace and compassion. Like and follow for more Muslim inclusion tips as we count down to the start of Ramadan.